What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan Williams. Thank you for checking out this video. I am here to review the game for Arsenal 3, Valencia 1. And what can I say of that performance? I have to say, well, I'm not going to lie to you. Was coming in, like I said on my last review, not as nervous as I was for Napoli, but I wasn't taking Valencia lightly, and knowing the bad run of form that Arsenal were going in playing against Valencia, it just hasn't really been great. Funnily enough, Valencia did lose their last game, and apologies, they drew against Atletico Madrid and then lost to Edbar. So they were looking for redemption, of course, and Arsenal had something to prove to us, the loyal fans, that you know they have to do the thing in Europa League because again, I personally still think we're out of the top four just based on chance. There's 2 games left. 2 games left. Sorry, I ain't swearing. My bad. There's 2 games left, and it's crazy, because this game was so massive. Sorry, guys, I can't get my words out. Like, I'm still a little bit of a high from last night. It's crazy to say, we got 1 foot in the door in the Europa League. But going back to what I was saying about the top four, I still think we're out of it. We got Brighton on the weekend. Chelsea have got Watford. I'm not 100% sure who Spurs have got. But Manchester United should have Huddersfield. I think. It's like Huddersfield, I'm sure. But regardless of that, the matter is we need the points. So to even get in the top four, yes, there's a slight chance. I still don't think we can do it. Only because, saying that, Chelsea do have Watford, and I'm not writing off Watford, and they do have to go to Leicester on the last day. So anything's possible. I do know Tottenham have to go to Everton the last day. I can't remember who they're playing next. But, anything can happen. So I can't feel a little bit optimistic until I see it in my own eyes. Then I'm just saying we're still at the top four. So back into what I'm saying, this game review, this game we had to win. Like I said in my last video, I felt this leg was important. I felt like last season we didn't take our chances in the first leg. Do you know what I mean? With a 1-1 draw and going in with a broken Koscielny, who was on I don't know, that recovery battery at the bottom. We flipped the iron thrown up, you know what I mean? That power saver. But obviously the phone still died in the second leg. But, we had a decent performance, and I think it went from shit to decent to thank goodness. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. I'm glad we won 3-1. I've said we probably win 2-1, but knowing the tie, because I knew Valencia were going to score. Maybe I even said 2-0, but knowing our defence, I knew they were going to score. But they scored first. The opening setting of the game was pretty rusty from Arsenal. They looked a little slow. I was thinking, what's going on here? But, in the end, schoolboy defending, one mistake from Granit Xhaka. I say it every video, but whatever. So Valencia get a corner. I'm not gonna lie, they had a open goal, and thank the Lord, I don't know how it happened, but the ball just literally went up in the sky and went over the bar. They got a corner. I think they obviously thought it was I can't remember how it went, but long story short, they got a corner, and no one went for it, of course. And their centre back scored. I can't remember. Was it Decorai? If I'm wrong, please kill me in the comment section, guys. And it was 1-0 down. And literally, it could have been 2, because I don't know what Ainsley Maitland-Niles was doing when he tried to header the ball back to Czech, and the ball bounced. And luckily, Czech was quick enough, the experienced goalkeeper that he is, to either come out and quickly get that ball before the Valencia striker got a touch of it, because he was going for it. He challenged for it, and luckily Czech caught it. And I just felt on Maitland-Niles, he can't do that again. You know, he had enough time. I don't know. He should have looked to see if he was under pressure. He had a couple he had a couple seconds, milliseconds, if that, if that makes any sense, to just literally turn around and clear the ball. But it is what it is, and let's move on. And then I don't know, a great pass from ARSVAL, which we know he's got the talent for this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just on a consistent level. That's the only thing. But I'm not gonna get out ARSVAL today, of course. I'm not gonna get out anyone today. Brilliant pass to put in Aubameyang. Aubameyang, lovely, just cutting in and just going through, beating two defenders. It made Neto come out, and literally Lacazette was on the run, just slotted it to Lacazette. Easy finish, 1-1. And for me, I gotta say, it was literally, thank God. And I knew once Lacazette, and I say this all the time, with Lacazette, he's one of these guys, you have to fire him up and gas it up. And he literally just said, fuck this shit, I'm not losing. He just did his thing. ARSVAL, well done on the pass. Aubameyang, great on the run. And it was a great goal, I've got to say. And we scored again. Lacazette, wicked goal. And to be honest with you, I just feel like Kolasinac, when he went for the Aubameyang goal, I got to say, man, he's been shit. Okay? I'm not going to act like he was great. I just feel like, personally, he just was too indecisive. He was sloppy all over the ball. And, the one time he did something right, Aubameyang had to be at the end of that part, and just, that was great. But in the end, we go 3-1 to the Messiah. And to be honest, not the Messiah, sorry guys. To be honest with you, I'm staying level-minded here, because I feel, obviously we know away we are poor. Let's just get that out of the fucking gate here. We're poor. So, we really need to pull our socks up, because it hasn't been great. We've got 2 away games left this season. Burnley in the Premier League, but that's after Brighton at home this Sunday. So we'll see what the boys will do with that game, and see what Unai Emery will do if he will switch it up. But I'll get to that in a sec. And they got to go out there and perform. Like I said it best in his interview. They know it will be a hard task in Valencia, but the boys have got to do it. If anything this season has taught me, like I said, we're not ready yet. We know we're not. And like I said, I still feel, it's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? But I'm glad they went out there with their heads high. After that goal, their response was excellent. Do you know what I mean? So the question is, for Arsenal, will they keep it up in Spain? Because again, this is a difficult task, and Valencia want to turn it back around. And remember, they got that away goal, even though we got their goal advantage now. But we have to get a goal at least. I say we need to play the same team, shape it up exactly the same, but the defence need to be on point. Hopefully, I say don't even play Koscielny for Brighton. Just save him for Valencia, and we'll see what it will be, and they just need to stay strong and confident, and hopefully they can take that performance and bring it into the Premier League, which is what I'm going to talk about right now. We have Brighton on Sunday, and again, this game is important. Like I said in the top of this video, I felt we are still out of the top 4 no matter what, only because I just don't trust Chelsea. I don't, do you know what I mean? And hopefully Leicester could do a performance like they did against them in the last game. Maybe so. And of course, we've got to look out for our own back. I mean, it's not great. The form. I mean, we lost that against Crystal Palace at home, sorry guys, and it wasn't good enough. And like I said, with the response for the Valencia game, which was a must win, of course, we should be confident. So, if honestly, I wouldn't even change the team that we put out against Valencia. I'll bring in Monreal, you know, because I feel we need to bring him in because I think we need to save a Koscielny for Valencia. But bring in Monreal in replacing Koscielny, as I just said. I'd start Torreira, then I'll take him off and bring on Guendouzi, depending on how the game goes. And bring in a Wobie. And yeah, why not? Maybe would you drop a Barry? Interesting. I'm not sure. Well, we got a Wobie on the bench. We got Mkhitaryan. Do you know what I mean? So we got options. I think ARSVAL has to play this game, definitely, because away it's not good. Maybe he could. Because I'm not sure. Would you start him at Valencia? Would you have him on the bench? I know away from home he hasn't really been great. Let's be honest. I called him out on the Wolves match review. You can check that out in the bottom of this video, guys, if you want. But it's a must win. We have to win this game. Do you know what I mean? That game, every game matters. So, guys, we need to pull our socks up. They need to take this confidence from this performance and get the win at home, which I think we will. Not disrespect to Brighton, but again, we can't write off our opponents. Like, we've been turned over. Do you know what I mean? We're coming back off a 3-0 loss against Leicester. You can check that review. Absolutely shit. So I hope Unai Emery doesn't start El Nani and Guendouzi, because again, we can't go through that. You can't do that. And I know the players might be tired, laggy, and plus Ainsley's can't play this game, so he's going to be fresh for Valencia. That's a positive. So going forward, what are we going to do? We're going to put Mustafi right wing back. Is he going to bring Jenkinson in? I don't know. It's crazy. I have to say, it's one little conundrum. If you ask me, I feel he needs to keep the same team in. Do you know what I mean? We got rest. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't see why not. I mean, if we just give a couple people 45 minutes, 70, 65 minutes, if that. Do you know what I mean? Rest them. We got to wait till Thursday. So I don't see why not. Sunday to Thursday should be enough time for recuperation and to be able to play in the game. So I don't see why not. Just rotate a few players. Not the whole, not a lot, but, within the time. Because I'm sure Brighton was probably looking at that performance and thought, you never know. And plus, they need to stay up. So they're going to need a point in a game against us. So, again, all the games are must win. So, because of that, I'm going to give you my player ratings quickly, and then I'm going to sign off. So, with the player ratings, Petr Cech, I have to say, I was confident on picking him because, again, he hasn't really played that much. Obviously, once he got injured in the Watford game early on in the season, that was pretty much the last we saw of Cech in the Premier League. And then we saw him in cup games again, within the FA Cup run, and he pretty much kept us alive in the Europa League, like I was saying in my preview. So for me, and he did a lot of work. A lot of people say he didn't do much, but obviously sitting at home watching on TV, like, you kind of get more of a broad view. Well, obviously you're there at the game, it's a different story. But when I saw it on TV, obviously I was watching on TV, like, it was crazy. Like, Kevin Gamero, that chance springs to mind. Of course, like I said, with the Ainsley Maitland-Niles situation earlier in the game. But did do well. The corner, I don't really think it was his fault because, again, Granit Xhaka with the back post. But we'll get to that when we talk about Xhaka. But Cech, I think he did great. Well, he didn't do great, but he did well. He did great. I'm chatting shit. He did great. So for me, he wasn't man in the match, but he should get a 9 because I felt, and I'm not just being a Cech lover here. I'm just saying, to be honest, like, he did well. He kept us in throughout the whole competition. In this game, it was a must win. Fair enough, he conceded the goal, but again, that wasn't his fault, down to defensive errors. And at the chances we needed him, he did what he did. So for me, he gets a 9. I don't know. Someone argue me with that. You know, if you watch this video, Czech gets a 9. So going into the centre backs, let's start with Socrates. Socrates, again, like I said, for the goals, all the centre backs are at fault for that. Probably, maybe not Mustafi, but we'll get to that Mustafi in a sec. But, you know, there was one point in the game where they were clean through. He was literally the last man. And he literally caught up with that striker. I think it was Rodrigo. And he was able to intercept the ball and literally lock it back upfield, which was good because passed out at the back. We didn't see that much in this game. We saw a bit more mixed, like, long ball situation, which he was doing. And, yeah, he had a decent game. So, for Socrates, I'll give him a 7 still. Weren't great, but at times when we needed him, he did well. So, but again, for the first 15 minutes, that's why I couldn't give you an 8. Koscielny, boy, what was you doing for the corner too? I mean, where was you? He was nowhere in sight. But there were times in the game I was thinking, nah, not part 1, because he was holding his leg a little bit, and I was thinking, raw. Anyhow, this guy, like, I was getting, could I get annoyed at him, or could I feel sorry for him? Because again, he's done well for us. Like I said, you know, I was angry at him the other game, and I was a bit harsh. I still think we need to move on from him personally, but I think he gave it his all in this game because, again, like I said in the build-up on the preview, this game was important for him as well because if you remember, he got injured last year and, you know, it was in the second leg against Atletico Madrid where his Achilles just literally went in the game, and we all remember that, and unfortunately we don't want to go through that again. So, but there were times where he was literally throwing himself at the ball in the second half. Like, they played better in the second half, the defence. But overall, because he brought his heart out on the chest, I've got to give him an 8. I'll give him a little bump. Because he was diving in and he literally... I see some John Terry tackles from Koscielny. So, you know, look, I'm not putting down Socrates. He was doing well, but for me, he was one of the main culprits for the corner. So, so that's why he gets a 7. But Koscielny gets a little 8 because, again, he was throwing himself at the ball and he was literally going for the tackles. And I'm glad he got taken off in that game, so he gets an 8. Mustafi also gets an 8. I felt he did well. He also was putting switching the balls down the flanks more, giving it and I've got to say, I don't know, he didn't really do anything well. He didn't really do anything wrong. Again, at the corner, like the way the ball was shaped, he couldn't get near that. He was looking to where it was going, and where he was trying to jump, Xhaka was marking the back post. So, but other than that, it was a good game for Mustafi. Again, another good game for Mustafi. What did I say? 2 games, 2 game Mustafi. Let's see the next one. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't mess up. Touch wood he doesn't, but we'll see innit. So for Mustafi, I'll give him an 8. It was a better performance for Mustafi. Again, another consistent one. Dropping into the midfield. Let's go to the wing backs first. Azerate and Niles. Ooh, I'll give you an 8 because, wow, should I give you an 8? Well, actually, I think you deserve an 8. You definitely made up for that poor decision where it could have scored, but your work rate after that, nah, it was crazy. It was crazy still, and he was great. He was even going a couple. He had a couple shots. Well, he had a couple tries to be fair, but you know, overall, I think he did well. So I'll give him an 8, man. He did well. He recovered from that bad situation. Kolasinac, he could also get an 8. Couple times it was sloppy, like I said. Again, it wasn't consistent. But that ball for Aubameyang, perfect. you only just get a bump up for that. So you get an 8. Granit Xhaka. Like I said, you put us in a bad situation at the beginning of the game, but again, that's just Xhaka. So he could get an 8 as well. Decent game for him. Guendouzi could get a 7. I think, like, at first I thought he was doing okay, and then he just looked a bit lost at times. I think, like, near the end he was getting forward. He tried to ping it as well, but he kind of looked exhausted from there. And he looked really kind of pissed that he come off still, because he did have a chance as well. But I'll give him a 7. I think he should play for Brighton personally. And let's see who else was on that pitch. And of course, the boys. I'm talking about Ababa Blood Clot Yang. He could get a solid 8 for me. No, he could get a 9. I'm sorry, he could get a 9. I mean, his work rate was better. This is what I want to see. This guy was actually defending as well, and he was getting back, and he was taking on defenders as well, and you know, for the goal, for the assist as well, for the run. I ain't seen Aubameyang speed like that in a minute. So, and like I said, I was annoyed when Johnny Evans outpaced him. I ain't forgot about that. But he showed up today. And that goal just hitting the bottom post, but you could hear it. It was loud. Excellent, man. So he gets a 9. Lacazette gets a 10. I wish he got the hat trick, of course. That would have been a solid 10. But he only gets a 10 because of the work rate, the determination to pick up our team when we were down. And he definitely deserves a 10. And how did I miss out Mesut Ozil? He wasn't really missing as much. And a lot of people were saying, like, he was kind of jogging, he was kind of slowing down. But to be honest, you got to remember, Valencia was slowing down. You got to remember Valencia's game plan. They started with the 5-4-1. And all they did was waiting for us, allowed the pressure, gave us time on the ball, let us do our thing, and hit us on the break. Remember, they got pacey wingers as well. I know we got Azelator now, and Kolasinac got a little bit of pace on him, but not that much compared to Aubameyang and that. But, you know, he did well. Look at the assist. Look at that ball. That was a crazy ball still. And, you know, in some parts of the game, he did dictate it still. So, for me, I think Ozil gets an 8. Definitely. I can't lie. But he needs to show this more. He needs to show this more because the team need him. Do you know what I mean? You said, you come out the other day saying you're happy at Arsenal and stuff like that. So, you need to show us why you're happy at Arsenal, mate. There's big wages there. I'm joking. But it is big wages anyways. But let's get into the substitutions. Monreal, not much to do, to be honest. I think the game was kind of shut down by then. Only Koscielny needed to come off because I felt he'd done enough for us. So Monreal could get a 6. He did okay. Did a couple things there, but get a 6. Why not? Who else came onto the pitch? Torreira was going in. He was going in. Now he was going forward and trying to do bits. So for Torreira's efforts, he could get a 7. Not really much time with him. Yeah. Actually, no. How much Torreira had? He had about, when did he come off in 57 minutes? So Torreira was kind of, yeah, Torreira could get a 7. Definitely, man. Definitely. Nah, I'm chatting shit, man. He could get 8. Yeah. He was going in, man. He was getting forward. He was trying to create some chances, and he was getting back. There was a couple of times where he allowed Xhaka to get forward, picking in the long balls, of course. Xhaka's assist for the Lacazette goal. Excellent goal. But, again, you know, this is what we need. We need someone to sit back, clean up duty, like I say to my brethren all the time when I'm using Torreira or FIFA and stuff like that. You know, straight, man. Torreira's the guy. We all know that. So, he gets an 8. No doubt about it. And last but not least, Hendrik Mkhitaryan. Better, slightly, but you know, if it weren't for him taking his chance and getting that deflection back, then we probably would have never got that goal for Aubameyang. So for his efforts, not just because of the goal, um, did all right. But it was, I mean, Valencia did have a chance, and I felt he should have got in front of the defender. But I don't know about Mkhitaryan, man. Like I said it before, but for his efforts, he could get a 7. For Unai Emery, you can get a big fat 9. I thought he got it spot on today. The only reason I'm giving him a 9 is because there's no reason to give him a 9. I have to give him a 10. He got this spot on. But the problem is we need to keep this formation. Don't, like, bro, you can't change it now. Because we play so much more comfortably with a 3. The team looks solid. I mean, we got the wing backs bombing forward. They can't defend. They're not natural defenders. Let's be real. And I don't know what he said to him in the second half, but he probably just told him, listen, we're in a good position. Let's go and get the third and try and take our chances. Because like I said to you in the preview, guys, this game, we need to take every chance we could get. Because going there, the Mustaya, if I chop that up, apologies, guys. Going over there to Valencia, man, it's not going to be easy. And again, our away form, like I said it before, is poor. So I'm glad we got the third goal thanks to Aubameyang. And we got a goal. So hopefully we can get a goal out there. And hopefully he can keep the same team. Just keep this team, bro. Because we've all been questionable on whether does Unai Emery know what his best Arsenal squad is. Was it produced yesterday? Minus Welbeck, Holding, and Bellerin. Do you know what I'm saying? So, again, questions to be asked. But going forward right now, we need to take this momentum and try win every single game that is thrown at us. And hopefully we can get into the Europa League final. And hopefully we can bag our first European trophy in over 20 years. So, again, guys, a lot of pressure on Arsenal. Can they turn up the heat in the top 4 battle and in the Europa League semi-final second leg? So guys, let me know what your thoughts are going into these games coming up. Again, Arsenal versus Brighton. Look out for my preview. That will be out tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. So guys, thanks again for checking out this video. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you just viewing it or you're a first time viewer. Let me know your thoughts on this video or anything, and even including in the game, etc, etc. Click the links at the bottom of this video of my Instagram and tweet me at RJWills. So guys, take it easy and well done Arsenal. Peace.